Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, Karma Sannyasa Yogam or Sannyasa Yogam. 16th Sloka. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Gnanena tu tadas gnanam Yesham Nashitamatmanaham Tesham Adityavad Gnanam Prakashayati Tatparam. Lord Shri Krishna, in this chapter, in the last few shlokas, from the 13th shloka onwards, now up to the 21st shloka, more is elaborating and emphasizing on the Gnanam, the nature of the self or the Brahman. By knowing that Brahman, I am the self, I am the Brahman, what are the benefits? If you don't know, what are the minus points? So like this, when he is explaining about it, in the 15th shloka, Lord said that Gnanena Ajnanena Avrutam Gnanam. Gnana means here the real nature, the essential nature, the Brahman, Atma, is not known to us because of the Ajnanam. So Gnanam is my essential nature itself is Gnanam. As Upanishad says, Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma Ahamasmi. Then why I am not able to know that right now? That is covered by Gnanam is already there, the nature is already there, Brahma Satyam is there, you are that, but temporarily you are taking yourself as the body mind complex or the Jivatma. So this considering myself as the Deham, body or the mind, and the Jivatma is the Ajnanam, it is ignorance. Because of that, these human beings, Lord here is using the word Jantavaha Muhyanti. So it is a slightly abusing word, but derivative meaning is Jayati iti Janthu, that is okay. But even he is saying that who is not ready to try this, to understand, to get this knowledge, and deluded by this ignorance, he is called Muhyanti. So naturally he is like an animal, because animal cannot try to know I am the Atma, I am the Brahman, nothing doing. It cannot know that unless otherwise it again come into the human life. Remember this, human life. The Gnanam is possible only in the human form, even not in the Devata's form. In many Upanishads and Shastra says that Deva Shariram is only a Bhoga Shariram, and Jantu Shariram also is a Bhoga Shariram, and only the Manushya Shariram is the Gnana Shariram. This Shariram is meant for Gnana Prapti. Now, in the 16th shloka, therefore, which knowledge is covered by that ignorance, gnanena tu. That ajnanam, atmanaha, one person's that ignorance of not knowing himself, nashitam gnanena tu, only by the gnanam that ajnanam can be removed. The meaning of this shloka, just little bit I have given in the last class. And now here, see the importance of this word, letter tu. Only by gnanam. This is very important. Okay. See, any ignorance, any ajnanam about anything in this world, any ignorance of anything in this world can be removed only by the knowledge of that thing. Is it correct? Yes, correct. For example, physics knowledge can come only by learning the physics. Computer knowledge comes only by learning the computer. Or I can say in this way, the chemistry ignorance can be removed by chemistry knowledge. Now tell me, to learn this physics or chemistry or maths or dance or anything, you have to go to the teacher and learn. Yes, learn. No, I will go to the teacher and I do the namaskara to the teacher, and even I will give the fruits and the gift and everything. I do the pradakshanam also, and I do all these things, or even I do Ashtottara Shatanamavali to my physics teacher. Om Physics Professora Namaha. You do 108 or 1008 or 1 lakh, any amount of these things, these actions, these karmas will give the physics knowledge. Tell me. Never. So far, no one has got like that. Either even a dance. I go to the dance teacher, but I respect the dance teacher and I keep the dance teacher's photo and I will do namaskar every day. You will get the dance knowledge? No. Only you learn it, know it, then only that ignorance of that particular knowledge will be moved. If that is the case, when here this ignorance about yourself, how it can be removed? By the knowledge of yourself, by knowing about yourself. But unfortunately, in the world, people don't understand this. For this self-knowledge alone, they don't want to go to the teacher, they don't want to study or listen. Then how this ignorance of yourself will go? It never go away. For example, another example, in one cave, there is a darkness. In the cave, always it will be a darkness. And that cave came into existence nearly maybe 5,000 years back. So the cave is very dark inside. Now tell me, because that darkness is existing in the cave since 5,000 years, now how much time you have to spend to take away that darkness? And another question is, by doing what that darkness will go from the cave? Someone says that no, I will sit in the cave and do bhajan, so darkness will go. And another person will come and say that I will sit in the cave and do the meditation, so darkness will go. And or I will go to the Tirtha Yatra and take the dip in the Ganges, the darkness will go. or I will bring a broomstick and sweep the darkness. The darkness will go in this way? Never. It can never go away. Only by bringing the light, the darkness will go. See, that's why here this word is very important. Jnanenattu tadajnanam nashitam. People, many people, even well read, educated, civilized, but they will miss this point. They don't want to. They are trying to solve their life problems, and they want to become better and happy and more secured and all that through a wrong means. By wrong means, you cannot get the right thing. It is never possible. So, now as I told, this darkness can go by the light. Same way, how much it will time take if light comes, how much it will, how much time it will take. The darkness will go slowly because there is, since so many years it is staying there, so much darkness. The moment you match the light the matchstick, the darkness will go away. That example only Bhagavan giving here in the comparing with the Surya. As the sun appears, the darkness will disperse by itself. Tesham adityavat. As the sun rises, the darkness will go away. Same way, this Ajnanam also goes away when the Jnanam comes. So, Adityavat, what that Jnanam will do, what the sunlight will do, Prakashitam, pitch darkness. So, early morning up to 4 o'clock, 4:35, I'm not able to see anything. But the moment the sun rise and the sun rays fall on the earth, you will see that everything is prakashayati. In the same way, this jnanam will it will reveal to you that prakashayati means it reveals to you what? That param, that supreme self, param, supreme, highest truth, that the highest is revealed to you. So let us try to remove the ignorance by Gnanam. So then there is no any other antidote. There is no any other antidote to remove the darkness except the light. There is no any other antidote or other measurement to remove this Ajnanam except by the Gnanam. Now for this, Bhagavan Adishankaracharya in Atma Bodha told a very beautiful shloka. I will remind you that shloka here. Avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet vidya vidyahi vidya vidyam nihantyeva tejas timira sangavat. As that example I told, no, the dense darkness in the cave, timira sangaha, thick pitch darkness, can be removed by only tejas, by the light. Now, what is the logic? Shankara says here, this karma, many people will think, no, that's why I told the example. I do the bhajan karma, I do the meditation karma, I do the tirthayatra karma, I will do the dance in the cave to go the darkness. Karma. Karma is not a antidote for removing the ignorance. Avirodhitaya. Avirodha means they are not inimical. Therefore, avidyam na vinivartayet. Any amount of karma, many millions of janmas you do karma, okay? That's why I'm reminded again about the Shankara's Bhajagovinda Slokam. Kurute Ganga Sagara Gamanam Vrata Paripalana Madhavadanam Japya Sameta Samadhi Vidhanam. Okay. How many you may keep on do the Ganga Snanam or Tirtha Yatra, but the knowledge won't come, the self-knowledge won't come unless you enter into the Gnana Marga and listen, do the Shravana and Shastra Adhyanam. So, Avirodhitaya karma avidyam na vinivartayet. Then, Vidya avidyayam. By the knowledge alone, the ignorance can be nihantyeva, can be removed only by knowledge. So the same kind of expression, very powerfully, clearly said by Shankara in the Atma Bodha, that only Bhagavan telling here, Tesham Adityavats Gnanam Prakashayati Tatparam. Now, after that, now 17th shloka, I will read first. Tadbuddhayastadaatmanah tannishta tatparayanaah gacchantya punaravrittim gnana nirdhuta kalmashaah. Before going to explain the word to word meaning of this shloka, I will tell you some side points. Listen first. Shastra basically divide the people in this world in four categories. I'm not talking about the Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam, not that Varnashrama Dharmam. Here a different kind of bifurcation. Four types of people. Who are they? One type of people are illiterate, ignorant people. Illiterate, ignorant and innocent people. Because they have no any literacy and they are innocent, not only that, these people are struggling for their livelihood. For them, getting everyday's livelihood, filling their belly itself is difficult. Then definitely they cannot, first of all, they are illiterate, therefore they are ignorant, they cannot understand also even if we tell, because there is no any the knowledge of the language or anything, and they are very much struggling for their life existence and food, shelter and clothing. So this is one category of people. Naturally, they cannot afford for this Atma Gnanam. There is no time, there is no knowledge about the scriptures to listen, there is no any education, and much more than that, their daily struggle is to how I get the bread for today. So they are one category of people. Sanskrit will call them as a Pamara Janaha. Pamara Janaha. They are innocent also, they are ignorant also. They don't know anything, nothing else, how I can survive now by earning my bread. Okay. Then another type of people, comparatively, these second type of people are more majority in the world. Who are they? Dehatma bhavaha, who considering themselves to be as the body. Dehatma bhava, body identification. I am the body. So therefore, I have to take care of this body. I have to fulfill all the desires, whatever my mind says, my senses crave. For fulfilling my desires and all that, I will be greedy. I will be more anxious. I will be more desirous. And so I lead my life based on the I am the body. Therefore, naturally, all my efforts, all my actions are all body oriented. How much I can make my body myself comfortable, how much I can lead a luxurious life, a luxurious lifestyle. So naturally, these people are very consumeristic people, uh, extroverted minded people, and more selfish people also. This. So this category of the considering the body is important. I have to take care of this body, so I will mm, pamper this body and all the efforts. So in course of taking care of my body needs and enjoyments and all that, even I go to that extent that to cheat others, to fight with others, to destroy others, even to kill others, any kind of degrees of atrocity. That's all. So always I live with a competition and comparison, and I live at the base sensual level. Base level means actually the first category, like animal. Animal, what much more it can think only how to fill its belly today. So it will go on, search for food, eat, and then sleep. In between, procreate some children. They are at the base level, animalistic level. But Dehatma Bhavas people also, can we call it as a not base level, Asuri level. Asuras. Who are the Asuras? Shastra gives the definition that Asusu Ramante iti Asuraha. Asusu means Ashu means Pranam. Prana means here in this context, living at the sensual level. So, how to gratify my senses or how to strengthen my senses? For that, I will do tapas. I want to live long. I want to enjoy more. I want to go to that loka, this loka. So, all the asuras did the tapas only to protect their body. The body should not die and the body should not become old, and it always should enjoy. But we know what happened at the end of every Puranic story. So these kind of Dehatma Bhava people, one way or other, now we can call them as the Asuras. Now, why this analysis today? Because in the 17th sloka, what Lord said, to understand that we must know this categorization. Then only we will know that in which category we are. So you can tick yourself and put the marks. So these Dehatma Bhavaha people are most consumeristic, materialistic, extroverted, people. You see the number now, these variety of people are more in the society. Now there are third category of people, Jivatma Bhavaha. They are little better, who are little religious and giving importance to the Jiva. After the death of the body, somebody is traveling from that body, and they are then he will get another body. So for that person, that Jiva who is traveling after leaving this body, for him to get a good body, here let us do some shraddha, karma, and for that praying to the Lord. So these people are astikas. Okay, they have got the belief in the God and belief in the Punarjanma, next birth, and so Jiva. So the traveling is happening, body is here only. Every one of us will see the dead person's body here itself, and we ourselves will take it and burn it or bury it. Then some thinking starts. So Purana says, Vedas Purabhaga also says, Karma Kanda, for a departed souls we have to give the things. So these are all a religious, materialistic religious lifestyle. The second category is, see, first category is animalistic lifestyle. Second category is materialistic lifestyle. Third category is mm, religiously materialistic or materialistically religious. These people also are a little bit selfish only, but they are thinking beyond this life, this body, jiva. Now, for these three people, three categories, this self knowledge is not possible. They never get the self knowledge because they never thought of something beyond the body mind complex and the jiva. And jiva is not real actually. Shastra says jiva is not a person traveling. The traveling is happening because of the sukshma sariram. And then jiva brahma eva. Brahma eva. Now, what is the fourth category, which is the suitable to the gnanam, that is told in the 17th sloka, Brahmatma Bhavaha, who is heard and trying to know and claim that I am Brahman. That Brahman Atma is all pervading. It is Ekaha Nityaha Saraha Satyaha Sarvagataha. Such Atma I am. So, who is ready to come to discover this fact, and for that they go to the teacher, they hear about the Atma and they understand. So, first they listen and they take into the brain and then they assimilate into the heart. So, if this knowledge is only in the book, it is not useful. And Subhashita says that uh, the knowledge which is in the book is not useful to you unless you take it and apply it. In the same way, the money, your money, is in the other's pocket. Then what is the use for you? Okay. Pustagagatam gnanam and parahastagatam dhanam, not useful. When the dhanam is with you, same with this knowledge is with you, then it will be useful. So here, keeping this thought in the mind, the fourth category, Bhagavan here explaining very important shloka. Here, four indications or four qualifications for qualities of this Gnana Yogi who is selected this path of Gnana Yoga, Shravana Mana Nididhyasana. I will take the order in a different way from the shloka. Number one is Tat Parayanaha. Tat, a pronoun is used, and Parayanaha. Who are all totally keeping this gaining of the self knowledge is the only my goal. Tat Parayanaha. Okay? That is their supreme goal. What is Tat? That this that Tat is Tat Param word is used already in the 16th shloka. That Tat is nothing but in the 14th and 15th slokas Bhagavan explained as the Prabhu and Vibhu. Prabhu and Vibhu are nothing but telling about the Atma. Prakarshणेन bhavati, Visheshena bhavati iti Vibhu. Prabhu is nothing but the word to the Atma, Brahman. So that why this Brahman is always referred with the pronoun? Because Brahman is not a object for pratyaksha anubhava. Through the senses you cannot see the Brahman, Atma, as you see any other object in front of you. You can't see. So being it is unperceptible and it doesn't have any relation with anything, it doesn't do any action, it doesn't come under any species of your experience world, then very difficult to explain and give some noun like name. Noun like name you cannot give, you can't give. Another meaning of this tat is, if you take, okay, one is the pronoun. That pronoun is representing about the noun. That's why in the Mahavakya of the Tattvamasi, that you are, or you are that. Then Shastra do lots of analysis. What is the meaning of that tat? What is the meaning of that tvam? And whether we take the word meaning or the internal real meaning, vachyardha or lakshyardha, in which aspect these tat and tvam are one. If you take the word wise and the at the periphery level, they both are looking different, Jivatma, Paramatma. But Atma wise, essentially, if you take Lakshartha, both are one and the same. So, like this, lot of analysis done in the Shastra about this Mahavakya. Okay, now the point is, Tat is a dhatu also, it is a root. And if you take the meaning from that tanoti, vyapti, okay, which is spreaded, which spreads as everything, tanoti, vyapti, pervaded is called that. What best name we want? See, that which is all pervading. I am talking about it. So, being it is all pervading, you cannot give any name, and you cannot define it by keeping the time space object in the mind. Time space object comes only in the limitedness, but Satyam, this is Anantam, unlimited. About the unlimited, all pervading, how you can talk about it. So there is a difficulty for Shastra or the Guru to explain about this all pervading. One joke like, people, these, of course, our scientists and our ISRO, okay, Indian Space Research Organization and all this. Actually, okay, if you ask a genuine question, sir, your organization name is a Space Research Organization. Really speaking, they were not doing the research about the space, but whichever is available in the space, they are researching. Am I correct or not? But generally, we never think of it. They are not doing the research about the space actually as the object. Catch the point. Because they cannot do the research on the space. The reason is space is intangible, all pervading, untouched, unaffected. Then how you can deal with it? If it is not there here, you can go there and do the research. Some other place wise, space wise. Place means here space. And if it is not there in this particular period of time, then you can think of the another particular period of time. If it is a size, shape wise, object wise, small or big, hot, cool, then you can talk about these planets and galaxies and the movements of these things and smaller, bigger size and the distance between the moon and the Mars and the Earth. My dear, you are talking all about the things which are in the space. Now Vedanta do the research about the space. How come, sir? In which Sriharikota? Where? Where is this? Vedanta says your brain, your mind itself, buddhi itself is the research station. And in this research, space example is, it is like how it is not possible to do the research about the space, doing the research about the Brahman also is same, because actually the space is in our mind, the mind is in the Brahman, me. Then how can I talk about it? How can I explain about it? So there is a limitation of these words, but there is no other way. That's why Shastra talking, Upanishads are talking, and the Gurus are talking. So understand and take this Tat word is in that way. So Tat Parayanaha, their goal of life is only to seek and to recognize that Anantam, Brahmam, Tat Parayanaha. And then secondly, Tat Buddhayaha. After fixing the goal, that is the goal of the life, supreme goal, and the mind is now engaged, entertained all the time. How it is possible, sir, all the time? We are grihasthas. We have to look after our family, go to the office, our business, and all that. The meaning is here that buddhayaha means whatever they do in their vyavaharik life, transactional life, they see every of my these vyavahara transactions, all my family, my children, my profession, my business, all these things, my qualifications, all these things should help me one way or other to stick to that goal, to achieve that goal. Tad buddhayaha, not money minded and sensual mind, only seeking the truth. Tad buddhayaha. See, tat is used everywhere, many times, again and again. Tat parayanaha, tad buddhayaha. About whom we are talking? The fourth category, which I explained just now, is Brahmatma Bhavaha. Let me know the secret and the truth of this entire Nama Rupa Prapancha. What exactly is the real thing? What I am really. So naturally, Tad Atmanaha. Tad Atmanaha. Tad Atmanaha means not only this Atma Brahman means looking up in the sky somewhere as because from our childhood for us God and Paramatma means He is in the sky, He is in the heavens, and we started doing the worship of a Saguna Ishvara, and we imagine in the same way that Lord means with this form, with so many hands, so many, because scriptures also explains in that way sometimes, Om Sahasrasirsha Purusha. But you have to understand that properly. Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat, or in the Vishnu Sahasranamam, or in the Bhagavad Gita Vishwarupa Darshanam. That is a concrete form of giving the idea for you, but you have to go beyond the Rupa, Nirgunam, Arupam. So, Nirgunam Arupam is what? Tad Atmanaha. That Atma, that Brahman is none other than me only. So, instead of internally thinking and recognizing and realizing here, we run out. This is the another big drawback. We always fascinated by the outer glitterings. Science that only do. Science looks at stars and the planets and becomes so excited and want to go to that star, go to this planet and that planet. But how much you go do the research in the outer world, you won't get the total end of it. You don't know the secrets of it totally. Impossible. Never. Only it is your time passing. That's it. Because that is all actually illusion. That is all actually like a dream. What research you will do about the dream? What you want to find out? Finally, still the question remains, what is this? That's why science went up to the God particle. Huh? They went to the cell, nucleus, proton, neutron, electron, all that. Finally, they come to know it is a mass of energy in a constant motion, and then after that they become motionless. Our rishis knows this. So our rishis are these Eastern scientists are much advanced, and they explored the entire material world. Then they discovered that by exploring this material world, there is no any end or the benefit unless you explore within yourself. This exploring within ourselves is called tadatmana, all these things, tat parayanaha, tat buddhayaha, tadatmanaha, finally, tannishtaha. Now, let me commit only for this cause. All other things secondary. How much money I have, how much name I have, how much fame I have, how much beauty I have, because they are all temporary, they are all impermanent, is it not? We don't say that don't give any importance like that. Shastra encourages also that you uh, earn money, you be as a grihastha, have a family, wife, children, and made them to grow properly. Then slowly you withdraw and you focus your attention on the inside of your pursuit of life, because this human body you got only for that purpose. So without forgetting the purpose and the goal of the life, you can have all of them, nothing wrong, but never don't get attached and give reality or too much importance to them. That's it. Otherwise, every relation strengthens our ego. Ego is the imaginary pseudo I, which is not real. That ahankara, which is wrongly identified with itself and claiming that abhimana, I-ness and minus, then that subtle body endowed with this ahankara, ego, feeling, that travels, that gathers the punya papa, that do the dharma adharma, all those things to this ahankara, as long as you claim as the ahankara. Now, to disown and destroy, dissolve this ahankara, even all the relationships are there, possessions are there, but I know at the heart of the heart that I am the seeker of the truth. I am the Brahman. I must recognize and confirm that I am that Satchit Ananda Swarupa. So Tannishta. So for after that is all focus of the mind is only towards that. That's why very planned, beautifully Varna Ashrama Dharmas are told only for this purpose. So Bhagavan here clearly telling that in clear terms, this is the Jnana Yoga, spiritualistic mind. Then you know what will happen. If this person is Tatparayana, Tannishta, Tadbuddhaya, Tadatmanaha, naturally he will, when he leaves this body, while living itself, he is a Jivan Mukta. He is liberated while living with this body itself. Right? At the mental level, I have no any bondage. I have no any clingingness. I have no any emotional dependency. The person who is not having the emotional dependency, okay, and the real independence is self-dependent. Physically, of course, we have to depend on someone or other, okay, but emotionally, I depend on myself, even not on the Lord. Depending on the Lord, depending on the Shastra, depending on the Guru, these are all in the beginning level. That's why in a higher advanced teaching of the Shastra, it will take us to the from worldly dependency to God dependency. From the God dependency to the Guru Shastra dependency. And Shastra Guru says, don't depend on us, you depend on yourself. So self dependency is called real independence. So then naturally, Gachanti Punaha Gachanti Apunaha Avrittim. He Apunar Avrittim. He attains that state, that goal, where he never again returns back and come and take another body and another janma. That is the meaning. Here, Gachanti also, it is not a verb. It is not in a distance wise going somewhere. But Shastra has to use those words. Gachanti, he goes. He goes where? Oh, Kailasam, Vaikuntham. Whenever you say goes means then there is a space came and the distance also come. When distance came means time also came. But that is not the meaning here. He attains, he realizes, he recognizes now and here. The recognition now and here, cognition itself is called Gachanti. Then further no more delusion. Further he won't get any another body. There is no ahankara, uh, feeling of that jivatma to travel. And Sukshma Sarira traveling and going to take another body. All vasanas are destroyed, all the attachment destroyed, everything is become clean. That clean only Bhagavan told in the previous slokas, he is free from all the sarvam karma kilam partha gnane parisamapyate. Gachanti apunaravartim. Because of what? Finally, I am telling once again, Arjuna, Gnana Nirdhuta Kalmashaha. Here, Kalmashaha means the bondage of the karma, the claiming of the phalam, result of the karma, and doership, enjoyership, all these are just given up like a hot potato, unclaimed. They are all belong to the Prakriti, all belong to the body, mind, not for me. This knowledge, Gnana Nirdhuta. Because of this Gnanam, this knowledge, this Shravanam, because of they becomes the all their kalmasha means all kinds. In the mind, all kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madma, saryas, and attachment, then sense of fear, sense of insecurity, all these things are gone for good once for all. And therefore, so what is the final conclusion here? We come to know that sarvam paravasham dukkham. All the dependency on anything and any being is cause for your misery, even including your own body, including your own relations, including your own earned money. So sarvam paravasham dukkham, bound to lead to the misery. Then what is the teaching here? Sarvam atmavasham sukham. That is only said. Self-dependency is the Sukham. So after explaining this in the 18th Sloka, now what kind of transformation takes place in such a person's deep understanding? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Swapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha. Very significant shlokas. This now person who is well informed now, the first transformation he comes in him, in his vision, in his understanding is Samadarshanam, Samadarshinaha. This Samadarshina word already we are using it. Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma Sarvatra Samadarshanaha. See again that means what? Why this word is emphasized and coming again, and it is called as the first transformation. He no more he never sees the differences in spite of differences. In spite of diversity, he no more sees the diversity in the intellect. But at the experiential level, diversity is there, differences are there. So his understanding is like this because he recognized now himself as the Brahman, he recognized himself as the Atman, and that Atma is Ekam, and that is all pervading, that is one without second. Naturally, this knowledge, who is having this, endowed with this knowledge, Vidya, at the same time, remember, he is very, very humble with lot of humility, Vinayam, humbleness, humility. Because generally, otherwise, any other material knowledge will make us more egoistic, more proud. Any material knowledge in that particular field. But this Vidya, this is also a knowledge. This is the knowledge of the knowledge, supreme knowledge, the king of the royal knowledge. And this, but still, the greatness of this knowledge is keeps you at the humility level. Vinayam, Vidya Vinayena Shobhate. Shastra says, if the real Vidya you learnt, the indication, it shines with the utmost humility. What is the meaning of humility here? Seeing everything as Atma. Lord giving here few examples of the contra, this different pictures. One is Vinaya, and he is very, so he is Sampanne means he is endowed with the humility and the real knowledge. And after this particular knowledge, there is nothing to learn or gain any other knowledge. That is what Upanishad Mundaka says. By knowing which, you will come to know everything, and by knowing which, you need not to know anything furthermore. There is nothing. Then such a person, how he have Samadarshanaha become Brahmanaha, Gavihi, Hastini, Shuni cha, Shunihi cha, Eva, Swapake cha, Samadarshinaha, Saha, Panditaha, Sa, Te Panditaha. What list is here? He sees equally the Brahmana and the cow and the elephant and the dog and the eater of the dog meat. What is this comparison, sir? Anyhow, he sees equally all of them. Equally all of them. Why, sir, he is blind or he is having any problem in his eyes? How he will see the Brahmana and the cow equally? And here examples are also given in a different way. See here, Brahmana represents to the Sattva Guna. Okay? A Sattvic person. And immediately Lord giving the example of the cow. In the animals also, the cow is considered as the very Sattvic, and it is considered as the very pious animal. For Hindus, we worship it because of that Sattvika Guna. Okay? Have you heard any time that a cow has become, what is that, intoxicated? But we see the next example, Hastini, elephant. Elephant also, at the outer level, sometimes it looks like Sattvic only, but very occasionally, often it gets the intoxication, madam. That mother Yana, elephant, mother Gajam, he is very dangerous. That means it shows the Rajoguna. And then uh, dog. Dog is not uh, totally Rajoguna. It is a tamasic type of guna. Okay, and in comparison to that dog, the eater of the dog meat is called Chandala, a tribal like person who is catching the birds and burn them and immediately eat like that. So like that, there are people who eat the dog meat even maybe without cooking. Even though, so tamoguna, that means what? Gunas may change, the bodies may change, the body size is different, but in and through, in all of them, this Gnani, who has got this Gnana of the Brahman, oneself, Atma, he never see, think in his mind any differences. Then there is a problem will come here. Some Purvapakshi opponent will raise the question. Shankara Bhashyam, Shankara brings that question which belongs to the Smruti Grantha, and he comments on it. That point I will tell you in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्